100% true. Tori's new husband reveal. Betrayed and broken. Zach Roloff's arrest shocks the Roloff family. The early morning mist hovered low over the fields of Battleground, Washington, as Tori Roloff stood alone on the porch of her modest farmhouse. Coffee steamed in her hands, but her heart was far from warm. The whispers had begun weeks ago. Strangers in the town, fans online, even family members, asking why she and Zach hadn't posted together in months. What started as distance had evolved into silence. And silence, she learned, was louder than any scream. For over a decade, Tori had stood by Zach Roloff's side, through Little People, Big World fame, the highs of parenting, the lows of family feuds, and the relentless burden of being watched. But in the end, what cracked them wasn't the cameras or the farm, it was betrayal. And not just any betrayal, the kind that shatters trust beyond repair. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Unbeknownst to the public, the real reason Zach had been absent from season 26 wasn't scheduling. It was legal trouble. And worse, Tori had moved on. With someone new. The arrest that shook the Roloff legacy. It was a Tuesday afternoon when the Roloff name made headlines again. Zachary Roloff arrested for domestic disturbance and resisting police orders. Tori had made the call, not to punish him, but to protect the children. Zach had been under immense pressure, financial stress after walking away from the farm, lingering injuries from years of dwarfism-related complications, and emotional scars from feeling overlooked by Matt and his siblings. Tori tried therapy, counseling, time apart. But on that stormy night in June, something inside Zach snapped. Words became threats. A broken lamp. A frightened child. Tori didn't hesitate. When police arrived, Zach resisted. It wasn't violent, but it was loud. Angry. Embarrassed. And all of it was on body cam. TLC immediately paused filming. Sponsors pulled out. Fans divided. Amy was heartbroken. Matt issued a cold, corporate statement. Jeremy stayed silent. Zach was released on bail the next morning, but the damage was done. A new beginning, or a betrayal. 6 months later, the internet exploded again. Tori Roloff spotted holding hands with mystery man in Portland. Tori didn't deny it. In fact, she confirmed it in a heartfelt Instagram post that began, "After months of healing, reflection, and protecting my kids, I have found something I never expected, peace. And yes, someone new." The man's name was Daniel Reed, a local contractor she met during a home renovation consultation. Unlike Zach, Daniel was tall, quiet, private, and totally unfamiliar with reality TV. He was divorced, had no kids, and treated Tori's children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, with gentle, fatherly affection. Most importantly, he respected Tori's need for boundaries. Daniel didn't want fame. He wanted family. Family reactions, shock, silence, and support. Amy Roloff was stunned. She loved her son, but she also supported Tori. She had witnessed Zach's temper and stubbornness, and she knew Tori had endured more than anyone realized. In private, Amy met Daniel and was surprised by his humility. "I never wanted to replace Zach," Daniel said to Amy one afternoon. "I just want to show Tori what it's like to be loved without fear." Amy cried that day, for her grandchildren, for her son, and for the impossible complexity of choosing sides. Matt Roloff, however, was furious. Not at Daniel, but at how things had unfolded. "This family's in the news again, and not for pumpkins," Matt grumbled during a season 26 meeting with producers. How did it come to this? He blamed Tori publicly, but in private, he blamed himself for not stepping in sooner. Jeremy and Audrey distanced themselves even further. Their conservative values clashed hard with divorce and remarriage, and they issued a veiled blog post about honoring marriage vows no matter what. Fans were split. Some praised Tori for being brave, others condemned her. Rumors flew, some even falsely claiming Daniel was a paid actor hired by TLC. Tori's secret wedding. 9 months after the arrest, in a quiet forested clearing just outside Vancouver, Tori married Daniel. There were no cameras, no TLC, no dramatic speeches. Only close friends, Amy, with Chris, and Tori's children were present. Jackson walked her down the aisle, his hand small but steady. Lila threw flowers. Josiah giggled in Daniel's arms. The ceremony was simple, honest, healing. And yet, just days later, Zach filed a legal motion, joint custody rights and visitation. He claimed Tori was alienating the kids. He argued that Daniel was replacing him as dad. Tori responded calmly, "You have to earn that title, not demand it." Court hearings began. More headlines followed. The show must go on. With Zach absent and Tori's storyline turning controversial, TLC made a bold move. Season 27 of Little People, Big World would focus on Amy, Chris, and the newly blended family of Tori and Daniel. Zach refused to sign release forms. He was done with the show, done with being filmed in courtrooms and tabloids. Producers, desperate for ratings, leaned into the drama. They aired never-before-seen clips of the night of the arrest with consent. They followed Amy navigating grandmotherhood under new dynamics. And they teased a major twist. Coming this season, Tori faces off with Zach in court. Who will the judge side with? Zach's breakdown. Away from the cameras, Zach was spiraling. He moved into a small apartment in Hillsborough, disconnected from his family, and began attending anger management classes. But isolation was crushing. He missed Jackson's soccer games, missed Lila's birthday, missed Josiah's first steps. One night, Zach was rushed to the ER after collapsing in his apartment. Dehydration, panic attack, and signs of depression. Amy stayed by his side. Not as a mom filming a segment, but as a mother saving her son. "I lost my marriage," Zach said, voice trembling. "And I might be losing my kids. What's left? Redemption or regret?" Months passed. Zach began rebuilding. He got sober, took therapy seriously, apologized publicly to Tori and the kids. Tori, in turn, softened. She agreed to monitored visitations. Daniel supported the decision, even coaching Jackson to prepare. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. The show's finale aired in July, ending with a family picnic. Amy, Chris, Tori, Daniel, the kids, and a distant Zach watching from a hilltop bench. He didn't join them, but he watched. The final frame froze on his face. Alone, regretful, but maybe hopeful. Beyond the Roloff name, Tori never asked for fame. And in truth, neither did Zach. They were just two people who fell in love, tried their best, and got lost in a world that demanded more drama than healing. Daniel wasn't a savior, just a man willing to love her gently. And Zach, despite everything, remained the father of her children, a part of her story. The Roloff legacy was changing, no longer confined to Roloff farms or pumpkin season. It was now a saga of heartbreak, betrayal, survival, and second chances.